Pioneer fans, Pioneer Varsity football is live and on the air. We are live at Hollway Field where we're getting going a little early because the senior celebration is set to get going in just a few moments as Pioneer is hosting Monroe for their final home game of the season. Senior night here, celebrating these wonderful seniors who have stuck with the program and played their hearts out for the last 2, 3, 4 years. We're very grateful for them and want to show a lot of appreciation. Again, it's always a chance to celebrate the seniors, and always a little sad because you know you're not going to get to see them play in Pioneer Purple much longer. Hopefully, a few of them will play some winter and spring sports, but coming towards the end of their career and on to the next great adventure. Pioneer is 1-6 on the season. Their lone win was versus Skyline back on the 16th of September. That was a 41-25 win. They've had 3 losses since then versus 2 powerhouse teams. Dexter, who has won at least a share of the SEC Red, as Dexter is so far undefeated. Saline is visiting Dexter. If Saline wins, then Dexter and Saline will share the SEC Red title. If Dexter wins, Dexter will win it outright. But they already have at least a share of that. Dexter won that one 51-7. Saline came in for homecoming. Saline won 56-0. They had their first loss since 2013. They had 50 SEC Red wins in a row. Then Bedford came in and won at Saline 7-0. Strange score there from a high-powered team. And then they fell to Lincoln in a valiant attempt, 40-20 last week. That was at Lincoln. Pioneer is 437 wins, 224 losses, and 6 ties all time. Versus Monroe, they have played 17 times. They are 10-7 versus Monroe. Although over the last 4 years they are 1-3. 2021 Monroe won 56-7. In 2020 Monroe won 31-0. In 2019 was Pioneer's last win versus Monroe. That was that amazing comeback. East Hope hitting it in the waning seconds to win 35-34 here at Hollway Field. Then 2018 it was a loss 42-7. Pioneer 81 points for, 301 points against. That's a negative 220 points against average. Taking a look at Monroe, Monroe is 2-5. They are on a 4-game losing streak. Their 2 wins were versus Lincoln. They beat Lincoln back on the 2nd of September, 28-21. They beat Skyline back on September 9th. That was 42-7. Then they've lost to Saline 40-0. They lost to Huron 40-0. They lost to Bedford 28-14, and then they lost to Dexter 52-13. They have 349 wins, 308 losses, and 7 draws. They have 117 points against, 223 points, or 117 points for, 223 points against. That's a negative 106 points, but that is 114 better than Pioneer. So on paper, Pioneer's going to have a good game to beat this Saline team, but both teams coming in on losing streaks. As I said at the top of the SEC, Dexter 6-0. They have sewn up at least a share of the SEC Red Division. Saline with 5-1. They're in second. They could tie Dexter with a win at Dexter today. Huron right behind them 4-2. Bedford tied for 3rd place, 4-2. Monroe at 2-4, tied with Lincoln at 2-4. Then Pioneer at 1-5 in the SEC Red, and Skyline 0-6. Tecumseh won the White Division, 5-0. Chelsea right behind them at 4-1. Jackson in the White Division in 3rd place, 3-2. Adrian in 4th place at 2-3. Pinckney, Pioneer's final opponent next week at Pinckney. They are 1-4 in the SEC, and Ypsilanti 0-5. Other games going on today, obviously Pioneer hosting Monroe here at Hollway Field. Skyline is hosting Bedford. Dexter hosting Saline, and Huron hosting Lincoln. As we are going to have the senior celebration, we'll turn it over to the amazing public address announcer, John.
Of 2023, and it's senior night. These seniors have had a unique high school experience, and we are thrilled to recognize their perseverance, heart, and dedication to football and this program. Please join in congratulating the following senior members of our football and cheer teams. First, number 4, Cullen Wellman. He's played football all 4 years at Pioneer and is accompanied tonight by his parents, Cynthia and Adam Wellman. He says the best part of football is the team dinners on Thursday night. Cullen Wellman. Number 5, Corey LaPointe. Corey has been playing football all 4 years here at Pioneer. His favorite things about football is the passion. Corey LaPointe is a sporty himself. Only Corey LaPointe believes in Corey LaPointe, and tonight he walks alone. Corey LaPointe. Number 9, Nicholas Pace. Nicholas has played football all 4 years at Pioneer. He is accompanied by his mom, Elizabeth Jellick, stepdad Alex Epstein, dad Jason Pace, and stepmom Carrie Pace. Nicholas loves football for the sense of belonging it gives to him. He enjoys the feeling of responsibility to his teammates and coaches to do the best that he can. Nicholas Pace. Number 10, Kurt Hausman. He's played football all 4 years at Pioneer. He's accompanied by his parents Holly and Craig and his brothers Eli and Leo. His favorite part of football is competing, being part of a team, and tackling people. Kurt Hausman. Number 23, Jeremiah Lee. Jeremiah is accompanied by his parents, Johnny and Kathy Lee, and his siblings, Jayla and Jordan. This is his first year playing football, and he loves the brotherhood and hitting people the most. Jeremiah Lee. Number 24, Mike Jennings Jr. Mike is accompanied by his parents, Mike and Carla, and his sister, Jasmine. He's been playing football at Pioneer for 1 year, and his favorite part of football is his love to hit. Mike Jennings. And now Jacoby Holmes. He's accompanied by parents Erica and James. Jacoby says his favorite part of football is just the game itself and the love he has for it. Jacoby Holmes. Javante Holmes says his favorite part of football is getting the ball and scoring. Of course, Javante Holmes, the Holmes boys. Number 27, Elon Barenfeld, Parents Selena and Omer. He has played football all 4 years at Pioneer and thinks the best part of football is being surrounded by your best friend. Elon Barenfeld. Number 30, it's Kaylee Karsh. Kaylee is playing football for the first time this year. Her favorite part is practicing with the O-line and chatting with everyone on the sidelines. She's accompanied by her parents, Susan and Doug, and brothers Brendan and Alex. Kaylee Karsh. Number 31, Sam Bonasso. Sam's a 4-year player at Pioneer, loves going into battle with his teammates and friends against opposing players. He's accompanied tonight by his parents, Christy and Marcus. And number 53, Dylan Fowler. Actually, this is Dylan's first year of football, spending it here at Pioneer, and he's escorted tonight by Ms. Patty. Number 54, Liam Rohrer is in his third year of playing football at Pioneer. He's accompanied by his mom, Melissa, his stepdad, Dan, and various other members of his family. His favorite part of football is the brotherhood. Liam Rohrer. Number 55, Itai Aharon. He's accompanied by his father, Raphael, and has played football for 1 year. His favorite part is that he loves the vibe when we win. Itai. Number 77, Nick Boylan. Nick is accompanied tonight by his dad, Matthew Boylan, and his stepmom, Denise. Nick has played football all 4 years at Pioneer and says his favorite thing is being with his friends every day and playing the sport he loves. Nick Boylan. Number 88, Yan-Yap Kim, or Will Kim, has played football for 4 years and appreciates the teamwork of football the most. He's accompanied by his parents Dohan and his mother Huai Yoon, and his sister Hyun Ki-young. His favorite part of football? The teamwork, the team. Those are your 2023 senior class and number Pioneer varsity players. And now, our cheer team. Andrea Anala, escorted by her parents Amy Lynn and Andrew Anala. Andrea has cheered for 3 years. Haven Holman, she's escorted by her parents and has cheered for 4 years. And next, Jayla Hawkins. Jalen is escorted by her parents Tamika and Jess Hollins. Jayla has cheered for 4 years. Jayla Hawkins. And now, Julia Bryant. She's been cheering for 2 years. She's escorted by her mom, Danielle Bryant, and her family. That's Julia Bryant. And now Lindsay Miller. Lindsay is escorted by her parents, Sherry and Bill Miller. Lindsay has cheered for 4 years. There she is, Lindsay Miller. And now Natalie Woodland. Natalie is escorted by her mom, Danielle Banos, and Colby Sands, and has cheered for 2 years. Her favorite thing about cheer is getting to connect with all the girls, building relationships inside and outside of cheer. Also building bonds with the girls on the team, watching them grow throughout each season, and it's a blessing to be part of all that. That's Natalie Woodland. And now Nia McCree. Nia is escorted by her family, Bridget, DJ, and Nadia McCree. She's cheered for 4 years, and her favorite thing about cheer is stunting and tumbling with her team. Nia McCree. Take a bow, cheerleaders. cheer squad, and we're cheering for you. That concludes our senior program. Stay tuned for a terrific football game.
We'll step away and play a few messages of the MHSAA, but do want to thank all those wonderful, amazing seniors on both the cheer squad as well as on the football team. Thank you very much to all of them for all of their hard work throughout their pioneer years. Let's play a few messages from the MHSAA, then we will be back as counting down about 19 minutes till kickoff, so we might go over a few things again before then, take a look at some past scores in the SEC, but let's have a few messages here.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Have we gotten to the point where at some high school game that an official has finally had enough from coaches, players, and adults, pulls off the whistle, and offers it to you? Let's hope not. There's no way you could do a better job. It's on everyone to promote good sportsmanship. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Nearly 2,000 of the state's top student athletes will be recognized for excelling academically and in school activities through the MHSAA's Scholar Athlete Award, underwritten by Farm Bureau Insurance. The applicants will be in the running for a total of 32 $1,000 college scholarships. Application materials are available exclusively online through the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the Health and Safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Can you go anywhere and find an endeavor in society where we've come to accept and tolerate an adult, and even kids, treating another adult the way we allow spectators, coaches, and players to treat a high school game official? Can you? No one has the right to abuse game officials. So before you blurt something out about that next close call, consider this. Without the officials, nobody wins. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We will actually come over and pause that as the band making their way over this way. So we will carry that live as they come out onto the field and try and give a little bit of love to the band out there. As we mentioned, Pioneer 1 and 6 on the season. Monroe 2 and 5. Point differential. Monroe with a lot smaller point differential. Both having the opponent scoring more points than them, but Pioneer's point differential is -220 and Monroe's is -106. We'll see exactly what happens, as it would be amazing, wonderful for these seniors to be able to go out with a win on their last home game here at Hollway Field. I don't believe the season has gone by this quickly, as you already have some beautiful trees over across the way have changed colors, and fall is definitely here, as 54 degrees now. As we take a look, as the band heads out onto the field. By the time the game is over, it will probably drop. The forecast says about 48 degrees. It's not supposed to rain until midnight, so there's no way that the game should go that far. So hopefully the weather does work with us. It is definitely fall weather here. Time makes you want some donuts and some cider, at least if you're me. There's the Pioneer captains heading out. Rohrer, Hausman, Wellman, as well as Boylan heading out as the captains. On the other side, you have Pierce, Brody, Yount, and the quarterback who was working out for Monroe, Sealer. As those captains meeting at midfield, the Rhythm Corps getting set up to go right in front of us. The band filing into our left. Students coming in for the final home game of the season, as students are filing in here. Parents over to the left, when we do have a few Monroe folk across the way in their red. Pioneers in their purple jerseys, purple tops, purple pants, numbers in white on the front and on the back, with the purple helmets with the stripe on the middle, the blockades on that purple helmet. On the other side, Monroe is in their white tops, white shirt, white pants, numbers in red on the front and on the back.
You dropped my Sharpie.
They have a red stripe on their helmets. As soon as the Rhythm Corps, Drum Corps starts to play, we'll turn it over onto the field. We have about 10 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Lots of action happening in this area. The Heisman Trophy is here. Nissan of Ann Arbor sponsoring the Heisman Trophy. That obviously it's probably here for the Michigan-Penn State game tomorrow. The Fox Big Noon Sunday set up over in front of the stadium on the edge of Pioneer.
The Heisman Trophy is making an appearance tonight.
So
Ann Arbor Nissan
cool to have the Heisman Trophy here.
is hosting it. It's a tent right across from the concession stand. And you can take pictures have pictures taken with it.
Fans able to take pictures of the Heisman Trophy and also enter to win a
enter
pair of
raffle
tickets to
win
tomorrow's
2
Michigan
tickets
Penn
for
State game.
tomorrow's Michigan Penn State game.
As the lights on at the big house across the way.
The Heisman House is at Ann Arbor Pioneer High School. Welcome.
We're getting ready to get things going. The students wearing pink is the student color of the evening. Lots of students out in their pink. As the officials come out to midfield. Forward to hopefully a good game this evening, final home game of the season. I think this is the first home game we've had where CTN hasn't been here, so you were stuck with us. So we thank you, welcome you. Thank you for cheering for these teams wherever you are at. Let's play a little push on and then we'll turn it over to the band as they get set up here. You're watching Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Take a look at the last couple weeks. Let's play a little bit to talk about some of the SEC Red scores the last couple weekends. Taking a look all the way back to September 30th, SEC Red games. It was Bedford 28, Monroe 14. We know about the Saline Pioneer game. Saline won that one 56-0. Dexter beat Huron back on the 30th, 21-14. It was Lincoln beating Skyline 37-21. Tecumseh, beat Jackson by a score of 69-46. It was Chelsea beating Ypsilanti 40-0, and Adrian beating Pinckney 28-13. Last week, Huron beat Skyline by a score of 61-0. There was that shocking score at Saline, Bedford winning at Saline 7-0. That huge vaunted Saline offense unable to get on the board, on the scoreboard. Pioneer fell at Lincoln 40-20. It was Dexter 52, Monroe 13, Jackson 22, Adrian 14. Pinckney beat Ypsilanti. That was their lone win, came last week, 30-14. And Tecumseh won the SEC White by beating Chelsea, the second place team, 50-34. Action happening this week. It is, of course, Monroe at Pioneer, Bedford at Skyline, Saline at Dexter. We talked about this before the senior celebration, but Dexter has already won the SEC Red, at least a piece of it. If Saline is able to beat Dexter, then both teams would share the SEC Red title, but Dexter has won unbeaten 6-0, has won at least a portion of that. So that's a huge game, and folks interested to see how Saline will bounce back off of the loss. And see what the Notre Dame commit C.J. Carr can do versus the Michigan commit Cabana and the state commit Parachek on the Dexter side. So lots of D1 talent on both sides, as we unfortunately got to see them run up and down Hollway Field while they were here. The other game is here on hosting Lincoln. That is slated to be a bit of a lopsided game as well. As again, the final SEC standings in the SEC Red: Dexter 6-0, Saline 5-1, Huron 4-2, tied for third with Bedford 4-2. At fifth spot is Monroe. They're tied with Lincoln at 2-4. So Monroe 2-4, Lincoln 2-4. And then for the seventh spot, Pioneer has 1-5, 1 win, 5 losses, and Skyline 0-6. As it looks like they're getting ready, as the conductor checking his watch. And just waiting for the band to kick things off. 4 minutes up on the clock. And let's turn it over to the band. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pioneer Marching Band.
To honor America, would you now please rise, remove your hats, and join Director of Bands, Mr. David Leach, and the Pioneer Marching Band in the singing of our national anthem.
minutes up on the clock as here comes the Pioneer Varsity football team as they take the field. Not been easy going for this senior class as they've had to go through the pandemic and some tough times. Managing to beat rival Skyline this season, they'd love to go off with one more home win. On the other side, Monroe trying to battle and move up the SEC ranks. They'd love to get their third win on the season. So both of these teams not able to make the playoffs, but certainly a lot of pride on the line. And they've had to face both of them, some really, really good teams in this SEC Red contest, as it is exceedingly top-heavy.
Athletics department and its football program are pleased to welcome the players, coaches, parents, students, alumni, and fans.
John welcoming everyone over the public address announcements. And everyone fired up as Pioneer goes out onto the field to return the kick. As Farha goes deep to the far side, deep to the near side is Jennings. Set to kick for Monroe. Is that Sisney who has it set? And Lieto, but looks like number 19, Sisney, set to kick off.
Mike Jennings, feet for Pioneer.
As Sisney gets back right around the 32-yard line as we're getting ready to kick this game off. And we are underway as that ball gathered coming up. And the far side tackled out to about the 22-yard line. That's where Pioneer will start as they will have first and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
At the 25-yard line, first and 10.
So 5 seconds off on the clock, 11:55. As two backs in the backfield with Wong. To his left is Farha. To his right is Jennings. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Now man in motion from the right to the left. Wong takes it, throws over to Houseman. Houseman, just off of his fingertips, pass incomplete. Coverage as Brody was right there. The ball got there. That brings up second and 10 from the 25-yard line. As they keep one back in the backfield. Jennings is to Wong's left in shotgun formation. Two receivers to the right, that's Houseman, as well as Burkhart. Over to the left, two receivers, Brabs as well as Farha. And grab now, Houseman on that fake to Houseman, now trying to go up the middle. Pushed back, that will be a loss of one. As Wong on the keeper. That brings up third and 11 for Pioneer. Ball set at the 24-yard line on the right hash. Three receivers to the right, two to the left. Empty backfield, Wong alone in shotgun formation. Three down linemen as the center defensive linemen jump. They have four linebackers, all about 5 yards back. Monroe not showing blitz. We'll see if they bring a delayed blitz. So Wong calls for the snap now. Wong has it, throwing out to his left-hand side. That caught. Trying to head downfield is Brabs. Brabs will get out to the 30-yard line. And will bring up 4th and 5 for Pioneer. Wong back in punt formation for Pioneer.
Michael Burns makes the stop for the
Bonasso
Trojans.
comes in to block. Barha, Houseman Gunners. They have two gunners to the right, two gunners to the left. Now, again, Wong, the quarterback, punting. Keep your eyes for any. Just barely got away. Wong did a good job to get that punt away. Rolls back down past the 40-yard line. That'll take a good Pioneer roll down to the 34-yard line. They'll mark a tip of the ball at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, Monroe from the 35-yard line. Trojans will start there on the left hash. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left to go here in this, the first quarter. Scoreless so far. Pioneer punted their first possession. Now the Trojans come out onto the field. Pioneer showing 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 3-4. Formation. Is back in shotgun formation. Moving over to the right is Yunt on the direct snap, gets out to the 40, out to the 50. Yunt coming down to the 40 as he's shoved out of bounds. As that will be Yunt to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll mark it the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 for Monroe. Excuse me, that is the 40-yard line. So Yacht taking the snap, just ran out to the far side, found room down that far sideline. Sealer now in shotgun formation, handoff up the middle, Loveland crashes forward as he will get out to the 33-yard line. Houston McCoy, one of the many tacklers, taking him down. That will bring up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Sealer shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Loveland the back in the backfield. Loveland takes the handoff, trying to crash forward. And Houston McCoy again on that tackle. Pace in there as well. That will be no gain. That brings up 3rd and 3 for this Pioneer defense, trying to keep Monroe from getting any further down the Pioneer side of the field. 9 minutes and counting here in this, the first quarter. Monroe's first possession of the game. They took it right at the 35-yard line. And 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Again, handoff to Loveland. Loveland trying to crash forward, and he is met by a host of Pioneer tacklers as he got to the line of scrimmage, and that will be it. 4th and 3. The Pioneer defense comes up big after a direct snap play takes them all the way down to the 40-yard line. A quick 7-yard run on first down. Pioneer able to stuff the line of scrimmage for no gain the next 2 downs, and now we'll see if they are going to punt or not. Or we'll see if they'll go for it. Looks like not punt formation. They look like they're going to go for it. Again, 2 receivers to the left, 1 wide to the right, tight end wide to the right. There's a fake. They're out in the middle. That's grabbed Cisney all the way down for a touchdown. Cisney got back behind the defense, caught that, and went in for a touchdown.
Gets the pass, gets the touchdown.
As that will be 6-0 Monroe. Pioneer looked like they had them stopped on a 4th and 3. Monroe went for it. Came back. Cisney got into the flat back behind the defense, and he was all alone back there. Pioneer looking for the run play, and he was just able to sneak back behind the defense, and once he caught it, it was all green grass in front of him. Now Lieto in to kick the extra point. That ball down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That makes it 7-0. So Lieto gets that extra point and makes it 7-0. Monroe over Pioneer. So Monroe able to turn a 4th and 3 into pay dirt. They have the early lead here with 7:56 left to go.
Led by head coach Calvin Briggs.
Pioneer will come out and receive the kickoff for their second offensive position.
Jason Bowling and Lee Patty.
As Pioneer runs out onto the field. Jennings back deep to the far side. Farha back deep to the near side. And Sisney is the deep kicker, so not only did he catch that touchdown, but he's handled both kickoff duties. Ball set just closer to the far hash at the 40-yard line. Sisney will walk that back. He'll get back right around the 32-yard line. 5 players to his left, 5 players to his right. Sisney raises his hand as he kicks that away, and that's a short onside kick, grabbed right at the 28-yard line as I thought that was Lee who grabbed that one on the onside kick recovery. So Pioneer will have fantastic field position.
The onside kick recovered by Jack Santoni. Alert, he grabs the ball. Pioneer first and 10 on the 48.
First and 10, Pioneer from the 48-yard line, left hash. 2 backs in the backfield, hand off to Farha. Farha trying to bounce it wide. Farha trying to get out, and he will get pushed out of bounds as Burns pushes him out right about the 40, we'll mark it about the 48-yard line. So that will be second and 10. No gain for Pioneer. Ball now on the right hash. 2 receivers wide to the right. Grabs the lone receiver wide to the left. 1 back in the backfield. That's Jennings. Wong takes it. Fakes the handoff to Jeng. Wong comes up the near side. Wong spins through a tackle. He'll get out to the 48-yard line of Monroe. That will bring up 3rd and 6. Rudlin on the tackle.
One picks up 4, 3rd and 6.
Pioneer. 1 receiver wide to the right. That's Houseman. 3 receivers wide to the left. Brabs the widest among them. Farha in the slot. I believe that's Burkhart. Blitz showing from the near side by Monroe as a linebacker sneaking up to the line of scrimmage. Wong now calling out signals to his offensive line. Wong calls for the snap. Wong has it, throws quickly to the right-hand side. That's caught. Going for the first down. Houseman, as he will have it right at the marker. That's going to be a first down for Pioneer. Good throw right to the side of the blitz. And found Houseman, and Pioneer first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Ball on the right hash. 3 receivers to the right. Houseman widest among them. Farha in the slot. Burkhart close to it. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. Jennings and Brabs widest. Wong alone in the backfield with 5 wide. 3 down linemen, but the linebacker on the near side is only about 2 yards back. DBs playing off about 10 yards. Quickly throw out to the far side. That grab, Jennings taken down right at the 40-yard line. That'll be a gain of 2. Throw out to the far side. That brings up 2nd and 8 for Pioneer. 6:08 left to go here in the first. 7-0 Monroe with the lead. Pioneer has Houseman wide to the right. Looks like Farha tight to line scrimmage to the right. Burkhart wide to the left. Brabs tight to line scrimmage to the left. Wong has the play. Pistol formation. Or no, Wong's going under center. So single back in the backfield. Wong under center. Now Farha in motion. Hand off up the middle, trying to break through, as that'll get down to the 39-yard line. Kerry Jennings, tackled by pretty much the entire defensive line for Monroe. That will bring up 3rd and 7 for Pioneer.
approaching 38-yard line.
We'll actually mark that the tip of the ball right around the 38-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 6. Again, blitz showing from the middle. Now Monroe backs out. One receiver to the right, one receiver wide to the left. Receivers tight to the line of scrimmage on the right and left. Jennings, the lone back in the backfield, as Wong taking a snap from an under center. Wong comes out, throws over to the right-hand side, as that is intercepted. Brody with the interception, tackled by Houseman. But Monroe will take over. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Is Brody able to grab that ball? Houseman immediately wrestled him down. 4:35 left to go here in this, the first, 7-0. Monroe with the lead. They have the ball now as the Monroe defense will come back out. As it was just a throw over the middle, contested throw, and Brody got position, able to go up and grab that ball. Sealer in the backfield. Looks like he's going to be alone in the backfield. Nope, he has one receiver. So 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right to Sealer. Sealer fakes the handoff to Loveland. Throws out to the far side. Brody grabs it. Brody tackled out there by El-Kakani right about the 42-yard line. They'll mark it 43-yard line. Monroe will have a first down, 1st and 10 from the far hash. 7-0, Monroe with the lead, 4:25 and counting. Here in the first. 2 receivers wide to the left, tight end tight line scrimmage to the left, 1 receiver wide to the right, shotgun formation, handoff up the middle as that's Loveland who spills through. He'll get about 12 yards down to the 46-yard line. That'll be a first down for Monroe. And we'll bring up 1st and 10. From the 46-yard line, Pioneers 46-yard line. Craig DB to the near side. For Pioneer, DB to the far side is Al-Kakani. Is that handoff over to the near side, trying to break through is Yant. Yant gets past the first contact. He's taken down by a whole host of tacklers, including Bowling and Houseman. He'll get down to the 41-yard line. That will bring up 2nd and 5 for Monroe. 3:23 and counting here in the first. 7-0 Monroe with the lead. 1 receiver wide to the left, 2 wide to the right, 1 receiver tight to the line scrimmage, handoff, trying to spill up the middle. He has room. As getting out there is Gandara. As he'll have the first down, Gandara will run out to the 34-yard line. First down for Monroe. Quickly throw from empty backfield. That caught coming down the far side. Trying to get past with Simmons. Simmons will be out to the 30-yard line. As that will be 2nd and 5 for Monroe from the 30-yard line. Tyson Bowling on the stop for Pioneer. 2:30 left to go here in the first. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off, coming up the near hand side is Gandara again. He is tackled there. Bowling first contact for Pioneer. That brings up 3rd and 4 as they'll give him a yard. Tip of the ball right at the 29-yard line of Pioneer. 3rd and 5. Right between the hash marks. 1 minute 58 seconds and counting here. 7-0 Monroe with the lead. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, handoff to Grandara. Grandara has room. Gandara gets out down to the 19-yard line as he went up the middle, cut to the far side. He'll have the first down to the Pioneer 19-yard line. First down for Monroe. 7-0 Monroe with the lead. They're on the Pioneer 19-yard line. 1 minute 29 seconds left to go here in the first. They split two receivers out to the left, one wide to the right, one tight to line of scrimmage to the right. Shotgun formation, quick throw by Sealer over to Yant. Yant trying to make his way down. Yant tackled by Houseman right around the 8-yard line, but that will be enough for a first down. First and goal for Monroe. Houseman with a touchdown saving tackle on that play. 1 minute 8 seconds left to go here in the first. Monroe up 7-0. Two receivers to the left, two receivers to White. Sisney widest among them to the right. Quick throw, Sealer, that over to Brody. Brody tackled just shy of the goal line. That is going to be at the 2-yard line. They'll bring up second and goal from the 2 for Monroe. Shotgun formation, direct snap to Yant. Yant in on the far side, runs off tackle, and he has the touchdown. That makes it 13-0 Monroe with an extra point pending. Monroe able to mix run, pass, and a few direct snaps. Lito on to kick the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, and that one had some height to it. That kick is good. That makes it 14-0 Monroe over Pioneer. 32 seconds left to go here in the first. So Monroe scoring touchdowns on both of their drives here in the first quarter. Pioneer able to get it over on the Monroe sideline as they were able to get a onside kick recovery on the second kickoff by Monroe. They were able to get it down, but an interception right around the 20-yard line turned it over. Back deep, Farha back deep to the near side for Pioneer. Jennings back deep to the far side for Pioneer. Sisney has that ball set. He'll get it set right between the hash marks this time. Sisney steps back. Now he'll walk it off. He doesn't get quite as deep as some kickers. Some folks get back all the way to the 30. He's right around more like the 33-yard line with that left foot planted. Sisney raises his hand. Now here comes the kick. That is a low line drive kick. Jennings grabs that right around the 5-yard line. Jennings heads up the middle. Jennings trying to make his way through a couple tackles. He'll get out to the 23-yard line. Pioneer will take over first and 10 from the 23. 24 seconds left to go here in the first. 14-0 Monroe with the lead. This Pioneers offense heads out onto the field. They'd love to put together a big drive and cut into that Monroe lead. One receiver wide to the right, that's Houseman. Two receivers wide to the left. Shotgun formation for Wong. Wong, that snap. Wong pitches it over, trying to burst his way through is Javante Holmes. He'll get right back to the line of scrimmage as that snap ended up on the ground, and good job by Wong to pick that up and quickly pitch it over to Javante Holmes so they didn't lose any yards. Second and 10, and that will do it for the first quarter. So at the end of one, it's 14-0 Monroe over Pioneer. Let's play a little push on and message from the MHSA, and we will be right back with your second quarter action.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value.
As back to live action here. That grab rolling to the right is Wong. Wong throws it all the way down the far sideline. That just out of the reach back there. As Burns chasing that ball down to the far side. That will bring up 2nd and 10 for Pioneer at their own 23-yard line. 14-0. Monroe has the lead. 11 minutes, 55 seconds left to go here in the second. 3rd and 10, Pioneer. Javante Holmes, the back of the backfield. That to Wong's left. 3 receivers. Wide to the left, Houseman, Farha, and Burgart. Grabs the lone receiver to the right. Tight coverage is about 4 yards off on Farha in the slot to the left. The rest of the DB's back about 10 yards. As Wong takes it, looking to his left, throws out to the left. Wong trying to get to Brabs. Brabs catches it. First down, Pioneer. Has got past Leach in coverage. That'll be to the 42-yard line as Brabs gets the first down on a beautiful arcing pass from Wong. Pioneer has it on Monroe's side of the field. Monroe up 14-0. 11:48 and counting here in the second quarter. Houseman, the lone receiver to the left. 2 receivers to the right. That's going to be Brabs widest out to the right. Farha in the slot to the right. And Javante Holmes, the back in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Wong. Now linebacker with the 4-down lineman. As Monroe showing blitz. Wong takes it back, throws it over to the far side. Wong trying to get to Farha, and then just off of his fingertips right around the 25-yard line. That will bring up 2nd and 10. Farha on an out route. Couldn't quite pull it in before hitting the sideline. 2nd and 10 for Pioneer. Houseman wide to the left. Brabs wide to the right. I believe that's Brabs. No, excuse me, Houseman wide to the right. That's going to be Burgart wide to the left. Brabs tight to line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. Under center is Wong. Wong takes it, fakes, and hands off onto the near side as that was Farha taking that ball. That'll be a loss of 4. That will bring up 3rd and 14 for Pioneer, back to the 46-yard line. As trying to grab Farha on an end around, and Monroe flowed to the ball, not giving any room for Farha to find some space to cut through. Now it's Brabs wide to the left, Houseman wide to the right. Farha goes in the slot to the right. Burgart tight to the line of scrimmage on the right-hand side. Wong calling off signals. Javante Holmes to his right in shotgun formation. Linebackers back 5 yards, now showing blitz to the near side. Wong takes it. Wong throws it over the middle and just off of Farha's hands. And it falls incomplete right around the 40-yard line as that was a bullet. Farha not quite able to bring it in. That brings up 4th and 14. We will see if Pioneer will go for it. Now Bonasso comes in for Pioneer. Wong switches back to punt formation. Back deep is Brody for Monroe. Pioneer again getting into Monroe territory. As that grab, Wong punts it away, and he's contact with him after the fact, but no flag, so much to do about nothing. So Monroe will have that. 1st and 10, they set it at the 40-yard line. Again, they've been bringing a lot of pressure on that punt, and the 2 times Pioneer has punted long, barely able to get it off before it being tipped. So Monroe, 1st and 10 from from their own 40-yard line. Ball on the right hash. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hand off, coming down the far side is Grandara. Grandara taken down out there by Houston McCoy, but not before getting out to the 45-yard line. That will bring up 2nd and 5. 11-13 and counting here in the second. 14-0. Monroe with the lead. Shotgun handoff, quickly hands off to Grandara. Grandara falls forward. Gandar, excuse me. And out to the 46-yard line. That'll be a gain of 1. They'll bring up 3rd and 4. As getting set, coming over to the near side is Leach. Leach wide to the right. In the slot to the right is Yant. Wide to the left is Brody. Shotgun formation. Hand off to Gandara. Gandara taken down right at the 48-yard line. 2-yard loss. As Bonasso also in on that tackle. Wellman in there as well. Quick snap over to the far side. Direct handoff to Yant. Yant will get the first down on 4th and 2. That direct snap has really paid dividends each time they've run it. The first time was first run from the line of scrimmage. That went wide to the far side. So they're able to pull the first down to the Pioneer 49-yard line. Monroe up 14-0. 9:45 left to go here in the second. That's 2 4th downs that Monroe has been able to convert. Pioneers showing blitz up the middle, shotgun formation, quick handoff to Gandara. Gandara trying to plow forward. He'll get down to the 43-yard line. And we'll bring up 2nd and 4 for Monroe. They'll have that on the far hash mark. Two receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end, tight line scrimmage on the right-hand side. Sealer takes it. Sealer looking. Sealer throws it out, and that off of the hands of Leach. Incomplete pass. That brings up 3rd and 4. Monroe hasn't shown any inclination to punt as of yet, even if Pioneer forces 4th down. You would imagine that they'll take 2 downs to get this if they need it. 2 receivers to the right, 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun formation. Sealer takes it running, calls his own number. Sealer will get right to the marker. He'll mark him about a half-yard short, right at the 40-yard line. That is going to bring up 4th and 1 for Monroe. They are probably going to quickly line up. As they line up quickly, calling for the snap. Direct snap over to Yant. Yant has the first down and more. Down to the 30, down to the 20, the 10, the 5. Yant touchdown down the far sideline. And that direct snap to Yant has caused all sorts of issues for Pioneer. That turns into 6 points for Monroe as they make it 20-0. It is so demoralizing for a defense to get a team down to 4th down and for them to continue to be able to convert that. It's tough sledding there. Newton, the holder, Lito, the kicker for this extra point. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. That makes it 21-0 Monroe with the lead. 8:36 left to go here in the second quarter. Monroe able to take Is that 4 fourth downs now? 4 for 4 on fourth downs, converting them, able to score on each of their possessions. Pioneer will look to hopefully have a long sustained drive, give their defense a little bit of a break. Hope to cut into that lead. Monroe to kick away. As night has fallen here under the lights at Hollway Field, 54 degrees. It's a windy evening, so a lot of folks bundled up. That ball comes over. Sisney hands it to the official to get set for the kickoff. Pioneer runs out onto the field. Again, Jennings and Farha back deep. Jennings goes to the far side. Farha goes to the near side as they'll go and get themselves back. Right around just past the 10-yard line, right around the 8-yard line as they get set up. Sisney walks off from the ball just on the far side of the center of those hash marks. You can watch the game. We also have an audio broadcast if you check out the Pioneer football page on Arbor Broadcasting. That kicked up high. It's on the far side. That grab by Jennings. Jennings running down the far sideline. He gets hemmed in, tackled down right around the 18-yard line. As Frank on the tackle, there is a flag thrown. As we will see exactly what that was about. That was thrown 20 yards away from where that ball ended up. You would assume some sort of infraction, most likely on the receiving team, typically. As they will walk that back. As personal foul on Pioneer, that will move them back to the 9-yard line. Pioneer has it, 1st and 10 from the 9-yard line on the far hash mark. That makes it tough. Pioneer has a long way to go, 91 yards for the score. Monroe up 20-0. 2 backs in the backfield with Wong. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Bonasso and Farha, the backs in the backfield in shotgun formation with Wong. Linebackers tight to line scrimmage, hand off to Bonasso. Bonasso trying to fight his way through, still keeping those legs going. Bonasso gets 3 yards. That will be out to the 12-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Pioneer, 8:14 and counting here in the second. Houseman wide to the left. Grabs wide to the right. Burkhart in the slot to the right. They keep 2 backs in the backfield with Wong. Wong checks his wrist for the play. Again, showing blitz with that middle linebacker as Wong back to throw. Wong throws it over the middle, trying to get to Brabs. That tipped away, and Brabs almost had it as Brody got his hand up there. Brody had an interception earlier, taking a ball away. He was playing center field, went back. Brody got his hand on it. Brabs still got a hand on it after that tip and almost brought it in. Good concentration, but not quite able to secure that catch. That brings up 3rd and 7 from the 12-yard line for Pioneer. Now Bonasso, the lone back in shotgun with Wong. Houseman wide to the left. Brabs wide to the right. Farha and Burkhart inside of Brabs. Wong takes it, looking to his right, throws out to the right. Bullet shot there, as that is going to get out to the 43-yard line. There is a flag thrown.
Houseman gets the pass.
Houseman got the pass. That brings up 4th and 1, but we'll see what the flag was about. That is going to be a foul on Monroe. As I believe that was pull back. So Pioneer gets it all the way back. Was that intentional or was that roughing the quarterback? I believe it might have been. So Pioneer has the first down, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. 7 minutes, 24 seconds left to go here before halftime, 21-0. Monroe with the lead, but Pioneer hoping to cut into that lead. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Shotgun formation, Farha in motion from the right to the left. As Wong takes it, looks to his left, throws out to the left, and tipped off of Farha's hands, and Brabs gets it. As Farha just unable to pull it in, as that was a bullet shot, but Brabs with really good concentration, able to pick that up and out to the 37-yard line. So gain of 4 on that play, 2nd and 6. 2 receivers left. 1 to the right. Shotgun formation for Wong. Wong hands it off to Bonasso. Bonasso trying the far side. Bonasso trying to get forward. He'll get out to the 40-yard line where they'll mark him down. That will bring up 3rd and 3 for Pioneer. So gain of 6 on that run. Pioneer has Bonasso split out on the left, so they have 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Wong alone in the backfield, shotgun formation, safety blitz, looks like it's coming from the air side. Now they back out. Wong trying to run away. He is taken down by Palmer, who gets right into the backfield. That'll be a loss back to the 38-yard line, so that will bring up 4th and 6 for Pioneer. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left to go here before halftime. Pioneer stays in offensive formation, although Wong does punt it away, so you're not sure if he'll. Now Wong gets back in punt formation. Brody runs back for Monroe to return it. Wong kicks it away, as that one was tipped and grabbed. As that is recovered by Wilson.
The ball was tipped, which puts it in play.
So tipped ball.
Because Wilson gets the ball.
Now he got it. That was not officially far enough for a first down. So the question is, does the tip count as a change of possession or not? If it counts as a change of possession, that would be Pioneer first down. If it doesn't count as a change of possession, just one. We're live on. Sorry, folks. And sorry, trying to deal with some wonderful people trying to just interested in what's going on in the press box. As the officials talking it over again, the question is, does the tip count as a change of possession? I'm a little, I unfortunately, I don't think it does. First down. I was wrong, and I'm happy about that. So Pioneer has it at the 42-yard line.
5:05 remaining in the first half. Timeout, Trojan.
So timeout, Monroe will take it with them. Let's play a little bit of push on and try and get you fired up after that exciting tipped ball, tipped punt, and Pioneer recovers. So tipped. That was a tipped punt and recovered short of the first down. But again, because any time it's touched by the opposing team. That makes it a live ball. Pioneer able to recover. .5:05 left to go coming out of the timeout. Pioneer first and 10 from the 42-yard line, 21-0. Monroe with the lead, but Pioneer with second life on this possession. Looking to cash in. Two receivers left, one to the right. Shotgun formation as Wong back, looking over the middle, throws over the middle, and that just wide of Burghardt. Burns got his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. That will bring up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
42-yard line for Pioneer. 5:05 left to go. Bonasso splits out in the slot to the left. Houseman, or that's Brabs wide to the left. Three receivers to the right. Houseman widest among them. Farha and Burghardt inside of Houseman. Wong alone in the backfield now. Bonasso goes in motion. Wong takes it, looking to the left. Wong, that tipped at the line of scrimmage. Ball's incomplete. As Wong was looking for, I believe, Farha in the flat. And one of the linemen got one of those big mitts up to knock it down at the line of scrimmage. Third and 10 for Pioneer. 4 minutes, 56 seconds left to go. Again, Pioneer stays 5 wide, 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Linebackers back as Monroe not showing blitz. 3 down linemen. Safeties back, just over 10 yards. Wong takes it, looks over the middle, throws over the middle, that off of the hands. Bonasso trying to pull it in, then just off of his fingertips. That ball's incomplete. That brings up 4th and 10 for Pioneer. Pioneer trying to get just loft it for Bonasso, trying to get past that blitz. Trying to find some room right behind the defensive line, behind those linebackers, and make some hay of it. Punt formation. Wong standing back at his 30, grabs it. Wong rolling, Wong running, Wong throws it, and that is going to be intentional grounding because he was outside the tackle box, but he did not get back to the line of scrimmage. So that will be intentional grounding. That will put him down on 4th down right at where he threw the ball. So that's going to give Monroe the ball probably right around the 35-yard line. As you are now able, they changed intentional grounding this year. It used to be there had to be a receiver in the area. They changed it so if you're outside of the tackle box, you can throw it away. Oh, that's an illegal blindside block on Pioneer. Well, that's even worse. That's a personal foul, 15 yards. So that is going to bring that back as they will walk off the ball from the 42-yard line. So they'll say he got out of the tackle box. They'll say that ball got to the line of scrimmage, so no intentional grounding. Illegal blindside block. That will be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Pioneers 42-yard line for Monroe. Sealer has it. Hands off up the middle. As that grabbed by Gandara. Gandara had it out to the 39-yard line. That will be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 for Pioneer. As they will, one receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Sealer, tight end to his right. Sealer hands off to Gandara. Gandara has a 1st down and more. Out to the 20, down to the 10, the 5, touchdown. Gandara takes it all the way just off to the right-hand side, and that is a touchdown for Monroe, able to go in standing up. That makes it 27-0 Monroe with an extra point pending. 3:58 and counting here in the second before halftime. Lido on to kick the extra points. Newton the holder. The snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 28-0 Monroe with the lead. Let's play a quick message from the MHSAA, and we will be right back with your kickoff by Monroe.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
3 minutes, 58 seconds left to go here before halftime. 28-0. Monroe cashes in once more on a run by Gandara. Back deep for Pioneer. Farha on the near side. Jennings on the far side back deep. They're sitting right about the 8-yard line. Sisney. It's back to about the 32-yard line. Raises his hand. And here comes the kick. End over end spinning kick. That hits right at the 18-yard line. Grabbed by Jennings. Jennings trying to find his way through traffic. He'll get out to the 28-yard line. Tackled out there by Loveland and Leach on the tackle. Pioneer 1st and 10 as they will get that ball set right at the 29-yard line. Whoa, they just moved it back a yard to the 28-yard line. Okay. Three receivers to the left. Grabs widest among them. Houseman, the lone receiver to the right. Shotgun formation for Wong. And her faking the handoff to Jennings. Wong trying the right-hand side. Wong, as he'll reach out, depends. It looks like they'll give him 2 yards out to the 30-yard line. That brings up 2nd and 8. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left to go here before halftime. Jennings, the back in the backfield. In shotgun formation. Again, they stay 3 to the left, 1 wide to the right. Linebackers about 3 yards from the line of scrimmage. Now showing blitz from the far side. Quick throw, trying to get to Farha, and couldn't quite get down to grab that. That falls incomplete. That will bring up 3rd and 8 for Pioneer. 3:46, not much time off the clock there. Incomplete pass stops the clock. Houseman wide, Brabs wide to the left. Houseman wide to the right. Farha to Houseman's left. Burgart to Farha's left. Blitz showing. And the linebackers for Monroe as Wong takes it, throws over to the right. Back caught. Houseman gets it. He'll get out to the 36-yard line. That will bring up 4th and 2. As we'll see what happens if Pioneer will go for it on 4th and 2. 3 minutes, 27 seconds left to go. They're down 28-0. As Wong, both the quarterback and he handles the punt duties. There's been a lot of pressure by Bedford on those punts as they have been able to get their hands on it. They've been back in Wong's face each time he has punted. They stay 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And it's going to be a timeout called. Monroe wants to talk it over, as they didn't like what they saw. They were expecting him to switch over to punt formation, so Monroe will take the timeout. 2:58 left to go here before halftime, 28-0. Monroe with the lead. You're listening to Pioneer Varsity Football, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
2 minutes, 58 seconds left to go here before halftime. 4th and 2, Pioneer. As they look to be going for it. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Blitz showing, and that's going to be an offside. That is going to give Pioneer encroachment on Monroe. That'll give Pioneer first down, as linebacker came in to blitz, and he jumped on the hard count. Pioneer will get that first down. They'll take it. They'll take the free first down to the 41-yard line. Rabs comes tight to the line of scrimmage on the left-hand side. Now everybody tight. As Pioneer, the snap, that grab by Farha. Farha goes up the middle. He will get right to the 45-yard line. Gain of 4. So I could not tell with the pile in the middle exactly who got the tackle. Now they'll mark it back 1 yard from where the lineman was. There is a injured player on the ground over on that far side. As that looks like Hausman, who's down. So we will take a moment. We will step away as they're working on him. Hopefully he'll be all right. That will bring up 2nd and 7 as they gave Farha 3 on that. Coach Griggs comes out to take a look. We'll let him work on the injured player. We will be right back.
Sportsmanship has never been more important between the lines in athletics and outside those lines in our communities. To listen, to respect, to understand, to practice common decency, to have competition without contentiousness. Sportsmanlike qualities are essential components of life itself. Let's all work together to not only be good sports, but good people. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
As that was Wellman who was down. He got up, walked over to the sideline on his own, so we are very glad to see that. Hopefully he'll be all right. Trainer is continuing to talk to him on the sideline to make sure he is all right. Again, a lot of the players wearing pink and the student section wearing pink. I believe it might be breast cancer for breast cancer awareness. I'm not positive. As again, direct snap to Farha. Farha trying to get some room as he'll get down to the 50-yard line, maybe just in front of that. That's going to depend on where they mark it. Now they'll mark it right at the 50-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 1. So this bunch formation, everyone tight. Farha taking the rep snap has gotten Pioneer. The Wildcat has gotten Pioneer. With yards, they stay tight. Farha, the lone back in the backfield. Farha trying to find some way to the far side. Farha, he will have a first down out to the 48-yard line. Pioneer moves the chains. 1 minute, 52 seconds left to go. So Pioneer 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Now they split things out. Walk back in the backfield. Javante Holmes back there with him. 2 receivers to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Rabs widest to the left, Hausman widest to the right. And 3 down linemen. Monroe not showing blitz. As Wong takes it, looks to his left. Wong throws out all the way down for Brabs, and Brabs catches it. Brabs, oh, he just couldn't stay up as he tried to get his hand down, but Ocean Brabs all the way down to the 10-yard line. He had two DBs. He had a DB and a safety on him, and Ocean Brabs able to beat them both and reach up with those big mitts and grab it. Pioneer first and Pioneer first and goal from the 10-yard line. Now they go back to Wildcat. Farha trying to pick his way forward. They will mark him down to the 6, so that brings up, now they move back to the 7. So that will be a gain of 3.
Gain of 3. First and goal.
That will be second and goal for Pioneer. Now Wong comes back in, Bonasso comes out. Grabs wide to the left, Farha in the slot to the left. Houseman wide to the right. Burkhart in the slot to the right. As that down on the ground, as Wong running forward, Wong gets down to about the 2-yard line. So snap on the ground, Wong able to pick it up and do a delayed draw play right up the middle as the quarterback. Timeout called by Pioneer, 25 seconds left to go. Pioneer will have third and goal, and that is their first timeout for Pioneer, so they have 2 more, so they can feel free and run the ball on this one and still have a timeout to call to try and get a pass in, or vice versa. But with that timeout, everything is on the table now for Pioneer, as they would love to punch it in, get a little bit of momentum before halftime. It's been a little bit since they've had a touchdown at home since the Dexter game, so they'd love to punch one in here. Long back in the backfield. Again, Houseman goes wide to the right. Farha in the slot to the right. Brabs to the left in the slot to the left. Burkhart tight to the line of scrimmage to the left. Javante Holmes, the back in the backfield. That to Wong's right. Brabs comes tight to the line of scrimmage. Wong back to throw. Wong looking to his right. Wong lofts it over to the right. And diving, trying to get that was Frank. As Wong threw it out on that far side. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now the question is, they're going to bring in this Wildcat set as Bonasso comes in. They are huddled up. Now the question is, are they going to do that? Kaylee Karsh kicked an extra point the other day. I believe she would be the field goal kicker, but it looks like they're going to stay tight in this Wildcat formation. Farha, the deep back, and a whistle, and
Whistle stops the play.
Was that a timeout or was that a false start? I believe that was a timeout. Monroe, that's their final timeout. So Pioneer looking to go for it as the 3rd down play. I believe what happened is Wong took it back, looked over to his right, and there was a safety right on that receiver, so he just threw it. Trying to dive over there to get it was Frank, but he put it out near a receiver, but not in harm's way. So great job by Wong to know we haven't been down on this side of the field deep this first time today, so you don't want to lose that. You want to make sure that you try and get points here. Now they're showing the run play, not showing the field goal, and really at this point you're down 28-0. You don't blame coach for going for it. 3 points isn't going to help you much. It's nice to get the goose egg off of the scoreboard, but at the same time you'd prefer to get 7. This Wildcat formation has really done well for Pioneer. They look to be in that same formation. Everyone tight to the line of scrimmage. Home back in the backfield is Farha. Farha takes it. Farha throws it over the middle and caught for a touchdown. Farha gets it to Brabs. Ocean Brabs for the touchdown as Pioneer able to pull a sneak as they had really set that play up beautifully as they had done the Wildcat and run out of the Wildcat time and time again on this drive. They had really got 4th and 1. They got everyone tight to that line of scrimmage, and Brabs coming tight to line of scrimmage off the near side, just snuck in the backfield. Farha grabbed it, ran up, and just arced it over Brabs with steady hands. Now here comes Karsh for the extra point. Karsh back to kick it. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Karsh has her second extra point, and Pioneer has cut into the lead 28-7 with 14 seconds left to go before halftime. What a great job by Coach Griggs to set up that play when he needed it. Getting the run, making hay on it, but knowing when he had to have it, he could throw it, and now that's going to make Monroe guess every time they see that particular formation. Is the throw going to come or not? Because Farha showed that he could put a nice little arc over to Brabs. Pioneer, the kickoff here. Invigorated Pioneer crowd here. The band on the sideline ready for the halftime show. We will have that for you as we'll put our microphone on the band for the halftime show. That ball set on the near hash mark. As Karsh back to kick off. 4 players to Karsh's left, 6 to her right. Oh, no, sorry, 5 and 5. Someone was late, Craig was late coming on. Back deep, Loveland back deep on the far side, Yant back deep on the near side. They're both sitting right around the 20-yard line. Here comes Karsh with the run-up and the kick. End over end kick, and that'll go out of bounds. That will be a penalty. They'll take it out to the 35-yard line. But with 14 seconds left, you don't really mind that, as they'll have good field position, but better than if they got a good run back. So they will have some good field position, but only 14 seconds left to work with Pioneer. You'll imagine we'll have those safeties back deep, trying to keep everything in front of them, trying to let this clock wind out and take that last score to try and give them momentum heading into halftime. There was a wonderful senior celebration before the game. If you missed it, right when this game is over, you'll be able to, the recording about 5 minutes afterwards will be available to watch back if you want to catch that. That is about 5 minutes after we started. So that back to throw, flushed out to the far side is Sealer. Sealer throws it out over the middle, and that caught and dropped, I believe, as Bowling trying to get to it, but couldn't quite pull it in. 7 seconds left to go. Bowling good in coverage there. Just couldn't pull in that high ball to the far side. As Jacoby Holmes playing center field. Bonenberger back deep as well. They're both sitting about the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation is that's a direct handoff to Yant. Yant trying the far side. Yant gets back to the line of scrimmage before being forced out of bounds. And that will do it for halftime as we are at the half. Monroe 28, Pioneer 7, but Pioneer the last to score. As now, ladies and gentlemen, we will turn it over to the Pioneer Marching Band, and then after they play, we'll come back and talk about a few of the scores in the SEC Red.
Lucy Weaver and Josh Jacob will carry you through the next 20 minutes.
Drum majors out at midfield.
Return to the Marching Band. Today's songs are brought to you by the sideshow meant to be played at last year's Hollway. We are so happy to be the show on the field after we sadly named out last year. Our first selection is a hit from the top sensation of Lady Gaga. A highlight on her album Born This Way, this song saw instant success at its release and features living life to the fullest. We hope you enjoy the first anthem in today's show as the Pioneer Marching Band performs The Edge of Glory.
Pioneer Bands would like to honor 49 outstanding seniors and their parents. Through their dedication, hard work, and sacrifice, they have raised the level of performance and musicianship of all the bands at Pioneer High School. None of these seniors can ever be replaced, only substitutes. They are Praveen Aminagamba, accompanied by Himali Aminagamba. Brent Chikachi, accompanied by Kelly Chikachi, Jeffrey Chikachi, and Vivian Chikachi. Yasmin Chung, accompanied by Amin Chung. Hans Roman Cortina, accompanied by Lilia Cortina, Kai Cortina, Sydney Cortina. Kevin Dutton, accompanied by Anna Dutton and Keith Dutton. DeMarcus Franklin, accompanied by Rochelle Franklin, Dominic Franklin, and Lucas Franklin. Louis Gabaron, accompanied by Sabine Gabaron, Ludo Gabaron, and Leo Gabaron. Andrew Greer, accompanied by Bill Greer, Amy Greer. Sophia Guo, accompanied by Joan Zhao and Kevin Guo. Kamora Heinrich, accompanied by Janine Heinrich and Ray Heinrich. Jacoby Holmes, accompanied by Erica Holmes and James Holmes. Gracie Yao, accompanied by Chung Zhang and Hu Jeng Hao, and Alice Hao. Luke Jimenez, accompanied by Kirian Kim and Benjamin Jimenez. Jung Yun, accompanied by In-Sok Jang and Jin Hang Jung, and Brian Jung. Matthew Kim, accompanied by Yumi Kim. Langston King, accompanied by Wenda King, Anthony King, Mallory King, and Braden King. Paul Coleman, accompanied by Colleen Coleman and Ken Coleman. Alexander Kripkins, accompanied by Naki Kripkins and Oliver Kripkins. Samuel Levin, accompanied by Stephine Levin and Barry Levin. Kevin Lee, accompanied by Ha-Chun Pan and Yan Lee and Dorothy Lee. Samantha Markel, accompanied by Kate Levin Markel and Bess Markel. Regan Morelli, accompanied by Melissa Morelli and Bart Morelli. Max Metzger, accompanied by Elizabeth Knoll and Kate Knoll Green. Yo Marita, accompanied by Maki Marita and Hide Marita. Leo Nelson, accompanied by Amy Vale and Chris Nelson. Caleb Ng, accompanied by Emily Ng and Jerome Ng. Elsa Unk, accompanied by Angela Unk and Matthew Unk. Cuban Park, accompanied by Young Kun Kim and Sunyo Park. Noah Reingold, accompanied by Ali Reingold, Matt Reingold, and Jordan Reingold. Ellen Ron, accompanied by Roland Ron, Yu Young, and Wilson Ron. Mia Sanborn, accompanied by Kathy Sanborn and Phil Sanborn. Philip Schaefer, accompanied by Karen Schaefer and Sean Schaefer. Nicholas Stamanodos, accompanied by Dina Stamanodos and George Stamanodos. Claire Stanko, accompanied by Teresa Stanko and Nick Stanko. Michael Tracy, accompanied by Angie Wilson and Tim Tracy. Holden Tsai, accompanied by Josephine Tsai, Billy Tsai, Atticus Tsai, Carmela Tsai, and Ronia Tsai. Aaron Turner, accompanied by Jackie Turner, Shakti Vijay, and twin sister Vivani Vijay, accompanied by Priya Vijay and Yuri Vijay. Mia Wagner, accompanied by Martha Hashimoto, Tom Wagner, Yoshi Wagner, and Kenji Wagner. Lucy Weaver, accompanied by Sarah Arnoldi and Randy Weaver. Samika Whitelock, accompanied by Anu Whitelock. Brandon Womble, accompanied by Sasha Womble and Rodriguez Womble. Allison Young, accompanied by Joy Ma. Owen Yu, accompanied by Jin Young Kim and Taehoon Yu. Kimberly Yu, accompanied by Jin Jung and Ren Yu. Tate Zelesnik, accompanied by Nancy Burns, and Ryan Wang, accompanied by Lucy Wang and George Wang.
Alrighty, and that was a wonderful halftime celebration for the band. Let us, oh, my tweet just went away. There is I pulled up a wonderful tweet here, and I'm going to have to find it again, as there is a Hall of Fame happening for Pioneer coming up. And let's play a couple messages from the MHSAA. I will find that again, and we will talk about that right coming up. There we go.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sport skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
The love of the game draws us to sports, as players, coaches, spectators, and officials. For officials, it's a way to stay in the game they once played, to feel the thrill of putting on the uniform, stepping out of the playing surface, hustling to make the call, and building the relationships which can only be built in sports. If you still have that love for the game, we always need new officials. Register now at MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
November 18th, 2022, the class of 2022 inductees into the Pioneer Hall of Fame, the Pioneer Athletics Hall of Fame, is happening. You can certainly get out. We tweeted it out a while ago, and I'll try and retweet that out, but you can scan. There's a barcode there to scan for additional information. You can also search for Pioneer Hall of Fame Class 2022. We want to thank everyone, including their inductees. Crystal Westfield, the point, class of 84. She was an athlete and coach, basketball, track, and field. Time Wyman, class of 66, an athlete in football and wrestling. Don Seaman, coach in track and field and cross country. Mike Cyril, class of 84, member of the Booster Club, helped them stay afloat. And Jody Smith Bollinger, class of 93. She was an athlete in golf and went on to perform at the University of Michigan. So please head on out, check out your Pioneer Athletics Hall of Fame induction November 18th, 2022. We want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors of Pioneer. That includes Fraser's Pub, Blue Lion Fitness, Community Auto Wash of Ann Arbor, and I believe there might be one back over there that I can't see due to all the fans there. Oh, Fleetwood Diner. That was the other one, Fleetwood Diner. We want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors of Pioneer, all Pioneer sports, especially Pioneer football. Thank you. I know it's been tough fundraising the last several years, and so thank you to all those who support the teams. And if you could support those who support the teams, we would be very, very grateful. At halftime, coming out of halftime, 28-7, Monroe with the lead. Pioneer able to get a touchdown about 30 seconds before the end of the half. As wonderful band celebration. If you stepped away to get some soda from the fridge, you can check that out afterwards on demand. As a great concert by the band, and then announcing all the seniors. So I'll do my best to try and edit that up and get that on its own video out there if I'm able. Pioneer heads out on to the field. As Pioneer will kick off. Back deep, Loveland on the near side for Monroe. On the far side is Yount. As they sit right around the 15-yard line, Karsh back to kick as she gets set up right about the 31-yard line. Football on the far hash. As we are getting ready to go and kick off this second half of the final home game here at Hollway Field for the football season, for the varsity football season. We will have JV playing their final home game versus Pinckney. That will be next Thursday. As now everyone decided we got to flip that. Pioneer going from right to left here in this third quarter as everyone gets set up, goes the other direction. Karsh gets the ball set on the near hash mark right at the 40-yard line. And Loveland back on the far side, back deep. Yount on the near side. Now Karsh set up at the 32-yard line. Karsh runs up and gets us underway. Line drive, spinning kick. That goes out the sideline. That will be first and 10 from the 35-yard line for Monroe. As there is some smoke coming from that far side. The Monroe students must have had one of those smoke bombs over there that you see at a lot of the soccer games. I hope that's what it is. Otherwise, those are aluminum stands. They shouldn't burn well. But so they have chosen to force Pioneer to re-kick. That ball 5 yards back will be set up at the 35-yard line. So Monroe doing this instead of taking the ball at the 35-yard line. They will have Pioneer re-kick. That means the Pioneer will probably have to make sure they get it down the field. Monroe looking for trying to force a return. That's something you see declined in a lot other than high school football, but here comes Karsh with the kick. An end over end kick. Hits right at the 30, grabbed at the 20. Racing ahead is Yount. Yount has it at the 35-yard line, out to the 40. Yount out to the 50-yard line, down to the 40-yard line, down to the 30-yard line, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Yount touchdown. Able to run it all the way back as, well, there's a reason Dexter wanted to force another kickoff. As Yount able to find his way through and get all the way down the field for the touchdown. 10 seconds into the second half, Monroe's made it 34 to 7. Extra point pending. Lito. The kick. The holder is Newton. As the snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That goes all the way back. Got a nice netting back there to stop it from going into the trees. Someone still has to go and haul that off as it got caught by the gate there, but that makes it 35 to 7. Monroe able to run back the opening kick of the second half. Here comes Pioneer as they'll return the kick on their own. Well, Pioneer tried to kick it out of bounds, trying to give Monroe all right field position, but not perfect field position. And Monroe wisely especially with the result, able to decline that penalty. Now Sisney gets that ball over to the official. Official hands it back. Sisney gets the ball set right at the X on the 40-yard line. Jennings back deep to the far side for Pioneer. Back deep to the near side is Farha. Farha, who had that touchdown pass to Brabs at the end of the second. And from a Wildcat formation. Well, I guess technically it's only Wildcat if you're from Kentucky, right? But direct snap. Sisney back. Sisney kicks it away with the right foot. End over end kick. Hits right at the 20-yard line. Back grab now handed off to Farha. Farha coming up. Farha to the 20. Farha makes some room out to the 40, out to the 45, the 50, the 40, the 30. Farha with room and a tackle. A shoestring tackle. Trying to get a number if he would turn around. That was Sisney, the kicker, who got the shoestring tackle on Farha, number 19 tackling Farha. But boy, what a return by Farha. Pioneer 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. That will be Monroe's 14-yard line. So Pioneer already in the red zone. A couple huge returns, one for a touchdown. Pioneer, if not for Sisney's hands grabbing literally the shoelaces, Pioneer would have taken it all the way. Wong with the handoff coming onto the near side as that's Houseman spilling forward. He'll get about a yard down to the 13-yard line.
Houseman gets the pitch from Wong. Picks up about 5, 2nd and 9. Correction. Picks up 1.
2nd and 9 from the 13-yard line. Two receivers to the left, Brabs widest among them. Burkhart in the slot to the left. One receiver wide to the right, that's Houseman. Farha tight to the line scrimmage, handoff, going up the middle. Crashing forward is Javante Holmes. He'll get down inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. That will be 3rd and 4 for Pioneer. And two receivers to the left. Brabs widest among them, two receivers to the right. Houseman widest among them, Farha in the slot. Shotgun formation for Wong, and that looks like that might have been a offsides, either false start or an offsides. And from the clapping,
looks like it's offside on
Pioneer.
Monroe.
That is going to be
half the distance actually pretty well.
Get that down. That's going to be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Pioneer gets the first down with that penalty. Pioneer will absolutely take it. 2nd first down on a penalty of this game. Two receivers to the left, or one receiver to the left, two to the right. Two backs in the backfield, both to the right of Wong. Wong rolling to the right. Wong throws it over. That caught by Javante Holmes, and a touchdown. Javante Holmes runs it in from a pass from Wong. Pioneer scores and makes it 13. 35-13. Monroe still with the lead, but Pioneer's offense with some good life trying to make good things happen. Karshawn to kick the extra point as the holder is Wong. So Wong the holder, Karsh back to kick. The kick is up and the kick is good. Karsh stays perfect on the extra points, and that is Monroe 35, Pioneer 14, all set up by a fantastic run back from Farha all the way to the 14-yard line. Well, now Pioneer has to kick it away again, as they know they probably can't kick it out the near sideline because Monroe declined the penalty on that, or had forced them to re-kick. Didn't decline, but forced them to re-kick as opposed to taking the ball at the 35. So Pioneer can't do that because Monroe will continue to back them up and back them up and back them up. So they're going to have to kick it in play. Now you wonder if it's going to be a squib kick. If they tell Karsh to just kick it high and short, or if they try and get a low line drive kick. Again, Yacht back on the near wing, on the far wing is Loveland.
Kevin Warner, please report to the Heisman exhibit and collect 4 tickets for tomorrow's game.
As they just announced the winner for the 4 tickets to tomorrow's game. It's the Heisman Trophy presentation, as that is going to be an onside kick, trying to get it, and Pioneer, there's a scrum for it. Pioneer has the ball. Pioneer with the onside kick. Trying to see who came out of the pile with it. I did not see, but beautiful, beautiful kick there by Karsh.
Really special of them to do that. Thank you.
As that went right down to about the 48-yard line, and Pioneer able to come out of it. Now back over to the far side is Jennings. Jennings running out. He'll get out to about the 40-yard line. That will be 2nd and 5 for Pioneer. Down to the Monroe 40-yard line. Well, they'll mark it the tail of the ball at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 6.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Tight end tight to the line scrimmage to the left. Pistol formation for Wong. That's still Jennings, the back of the backfield. Hand off to Jennings. Jennings trying the right-hand side. Spills forward down to the 38-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 3 for Pioneer. 9 minutes, 6 seconds left to go here in the third. 35-14, Monroe with the lead. As Javante Holmes comes in, replacing Jennings. Javante Holmes split out to the left. So empty backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. As Wong, the lone person in the backfield. Wong calls out signals. 3 down linemen, linebackers about 5 yards back, not showing blitz. Farha in motion from the right to the left. Wong takes it, looks to the left, throws out. Farha has it and just can't pull it in as he went to spin to try and get that first down and didn't quite get the ball secure as he was getting tackled at the time, and then slipped out, and that will be 4th down for Pioneer. We'll see if they go for it on 4th down. Again, they can quickly switch to punt formation as it is Wong looking to the sideline. He's both the quarterback and the punter. They stay in 5 wide. As Brab's widest to the left, Javante Holmes to the slot in the left. To the right is Houseman, Farha, and Berghardt. Blitz showing from the center. Wong takes it. Wong trying to run himself. Bounces out to the outside. Flips it. That ball is loose. As I believe that ball was punched out. Well, either way, whether it was punched out or grabbed, doesn't matter. It was 4th down. That will go over to Monroe. They will have it at their own 43-yard line. As there is a player down. There is a Pioneer player down on the field being attended to. As I cannot tell who it is, but the trainers are taking a look. May well be Wong. I didn't see Wong on the sideline, so we will hope whoever that is. You don't want to see any of these athletes injured. We don't want to see any of them get hurt. You'll have everyone playing their absolute guts out. Oh, this doesn't look good. Well, he's got helped up That is Wong, and he is being very gentle, being helped off the field as he's walking under his own, but it looks like maybe his right shoulder is the trainer kind of holding that right arm. Again, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to, I guess I just did speculate, but take that for a grain of salt because it's my own observations as a absolutely non-medical person. I mean, he's just kind of holding that right arm tight to his body. We hope he's going to be all right, as he has played tough and hard this entire season in less than ideal situations. LaPointe getting warmed up. But Monroe now has the ball as they fake the handoff to Loveland, throw down the near side as that's caught. Yant all the way down, 10-5 touchdown as the defender fell down right as the ball coming over. Tangled up and went down. Yant takes it. One play. There's a flag, though, right at the 45-yard line. That is on Pioneer. That will be the penalty declined, as that will be a touchdown. Monroe able to answer back quickly. 8:15 left to go here in the third, 41-14. Monroe with the lead and the extra point pending. Lido back to kick. Newton is the holder. Kick is down, or snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. That makes it 42-14. Well, it looked like the Pioneer DB had good coverage, but then just got tangled up and fell down right before that ball got to Yant, and then at that point, no one was around, and Yant was able to turn on the Jets. We've already seen him run back a kickoff for a touchdown. We know he has lots of speed, but that's his third touchdown of the day. Nonetheless, Monroe able to answer back in a single play and push that ahead. Pioneer heads out onto the field. Jennings goes back deep to the far side. Farha back deep to the near side. They'll go back right behind the 10-yard line, sitting right about the 8-yard line for both of them. Sisney has that ball set just a couple inches to the far side of the X between the hash marks. He has that set right where he likes it, balanced. 5 players to Sisney's left, 5 players to Sisney's right. Raises his hands, and the kick is a low line drive kick. That grabbed coming up the near side. Here comes Jennings. Jennings trying to cut through. Jennings crashes through to the 35-yard line, able to work his way through some pressure and some contact. Leach as well as Angel Rincon on the tackle. 8:09 left to go here in the third, 42-14. Monroe with the lead. LaPointe in the backfield for Wong. LaPointe is senior, one of the seniors that was celebrated at the beginning of the game. One receiver to the left, 2 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield flanking. LaPointe to either side. Hands off to Farha. Farha trying to work his way up off tackle to the right-hand side. He manages to pick up a yard before ending up in a big pile. Again, Angel Rincon on that tackle. That makes it second, and the tip of the ball will be right at the 37-yard line, so that's going to be 2nd and 8 for Pioneer. Brabs wide to the left, Houseman wide to the right. Burkhart in the slot to the right. As Jennings is to LaPointe's right. Farha to his left in shotgun formation. Blitz coming, hand off to Farha. Farha goes right up the middle, trying to go to the teeth of that blitz. He gets out to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for Pioneer. looking to the sideline. So far, it looks like they're staying in the same formation. Now Burkhart comes to the near side. So Brabs wide to the left, Burkhart in the slot to the left, Houseman wide to the right, lone receiver to the right. LaPointe. As Farha to his right, Jennings to his left, blitz showing by the middle linebacker as he comes right up to the line of scrimmage. LaPointe gets something from the sideline, looks down at the wristband, and linebacker backed off. Blitz coming up the middle, quick throw over to the near hand side, trying to hit that was Burkhart. That will be an incomplete pass. He's trying to get Burkhart out on the near side in space, able to run it forward, but that incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 5 yards. Bonasso comes in. Now Brabs back to punt. Brody goes back deep. Brody standing right about the 26, his own 26-yard line. Brabs standing on his own 29-yard line. As the snap is back, Brabs kicks it away. That hits right at the 26-yard line. Now picking it up, Brody comes towards the middle of the field. He's out to the 35-yard line. Tackled there. Good job tackling, as that is Wellman on the tackle. So good job to track him down, as Brody was on the far side of the field, picked it up right about the 26-yard line, tried to work his way to the middle of the field, and Wellman did a good job to take him down at the 32-yard line. 6:13 left to go here in the third, 42-14. Monroe with the lead. Their offense comes out onto the field. Sealer, the quarterback. One receiver wide to the left. That's Brody. 2 to the right. Handoff up the middle, as with room, Loveland gets out just shy, a yard shy of the first down, out to the 43-yard line. They'll back it up, 42-yard line. First down marker is 43. That brings up 2nd and 1 for Monroe. So took that right up the middle with Loveland. We have a couple really good running backs on this Monroe team. Pioneer showing blitz coming off the middle. Coming up, Loveland trying to get it. He is pushed back. He is short of the line to gain. At the bottom of the pile is Houseman getting initial contact. That brings up 3rd and 1. Now Pioneer has to be careful, as they forced a 4th down a couple times in Monroe. Not been shy about that, but Yacht takes it, and Yacht gets maybe 6 inches past. That's going to be a first down, as he crashed off tackle to the far side, able to push that pile just past that marker. Monroe has it at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 on that far hash mark. 5:13 and counting here in the third. 42-14, Monroe with the lead. They have one receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Back in the backfield, shotgun, tight end, tight to line of scrimmage, direct hand off to Yacht. Yacht trying to plow forward, gets out to the 49-yard line of Pioneer. That will bring up 2nd and 3 for the Monroe Trojans. So they come up. They have not sat at the line of scrimmage much. They've worked fairly quickly. 3 wide receivers, 1 to left, 2 to the right. That grabbed as Sealer back. Sealer throws a long bomb all the way down. Brody able to catch it and haul it in, as that will be marked at the 13-yard line. Al-Kikani had good coverage, but he was just beyond trying to watch that deep ball, and that was thrown just a little short, as Brody able to turn back and adjust to it. Grab that. Not bad coverage at all by Pioneer. That's 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Huge throw by Sealer. Brody wide to the left, 2 receivers to the right, handoff, trying to come up the near side, trying to make his way, and in for the touchdown is Gandara. Gandara puts up 6 more points for Monroe as he came off the near side, found some room as he was sweeping out wide. Found a weak spot and able to go in and score the touchdown, 48-14. With the extra point pending, I believe this is going to put us right at the running clock total. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 29-14. That makes a 35-point differential. 3:56 left to go here in the third.
According to NCAA rules, there's a 35-point differential.
So that should result in a running clock situation.
Which means that it will only be stopped for timeout.
Down to 50 degrees here at Hollway Field. Wind making it awful chilly. So the clock will only stop on injury timeouts and timeouts called by the team, and it will not stop on incomplete passes nor first downs. All set just to the far side of the X as Sisney goes to kick it away. Farha back on the far side. Back deep to return. Is that Jennings? Yes, it is Jennings deep to the near side. They're both a little further ahead. They're both standing instead back behind the 10. They're both right around the 14-yard line. Here comes the kick by Sisney. And it's a low line drive kick. Grabbed and diving on it. I believe that was Craig, who took a live dried shot right to the gut. That could not have felt good. He's down on the ground. I think he might have gotten the wind knocked out of him. But here's the thing. He had the presence of mind taking that right to the gut. He had the presence of mind before dealing with the pain to go and hop on that ball. Now, it might have knocked the wind out of him when he got hit. It might have been when he leapt on the ball. We hope he's all right as he appears to be in some pain.
Tyler feels the kickoff.
As they're going to work on Tyler Craig there. Trainers come out. We'll take a message from the MHSAAs. We hope he'll be all right. Let the medical officials deal with that. 3:44 left to go here in this, the third, 49-14. Monroe with the lead over your Pioneers.
Here are 5 more good reasons for multi-sport participation. Multi-sport athletes are more coachable. They have higher athletic ceilings. They become better talent in the long run. They have higher sports IQs. Their sports skills transfer, and they are better teammates. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Where can you
As coming off the field is Craig. He's being helped off the field. He's not putting much weight on that left leg. We hope he will be all right. As again, taking the live drive to the center mass, and then able to have the presence of mind to dive on it. Keeping a turnover away there. LaPointe back in shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Faha tight to the line of scrimmage. Handoff. As coming over to the near side, getting some room is Jennings. He'll get out. Depends on where they mark them, as they'll put them right about the 44-yard line. That will bring up 2nd and 2 for Pioneer on the 8-yard run by Jennings. Brabs wide to the left. Farha looks like he might be in the slot to the left. Houseman wide to the right. Burkhardt in the slot to the right. As clock continuing to roll. LaPointe looking to the sideline. Jennings in the backfield with him. He just had an 8-yard gain. So 2 receivers left to the right. 3 down linemen. Linebackers back about 5 yards. Now LaPointe rolling to the right, throwing over to the right. That's caught by Burkhardt. Burkhardt has the first down, as they'll mark him out to the 47-yard line. Depends, 48-yard line. That far linesman has it marked there. So that's a first down, 1st and 10 from the 48, their own 48-yard line. Pioneer from the far hash. 3 receivers to the left. It's Brabs widest, then Farha and Burkhardt tight to the line of scrimmage. Houseman, lone receiver to the right. LaPointe has Jennings back behind him. LaPointe, pistol formation. LaPointe calls for the snap, hands off. Jennings going up the middle. He gets past the 50. He'll be taken down about the 48, 49-yard line. That will be a gain 3. That brings up 2nd and 7. Now Brabs, it's tight to the line of scrimmage on the near side. Burkhardt goes wide to the left. Houseman wide to the right. Farha tight to the line of scrimmage to the right. LaPointe under center. Linebacker tight to the line of scrimmage on the far side. Brab hands it over on a reverse. Farha trying to avoid some pressure. Farha, and he can't quite escape taking down. It's suplexed by Veneer, as Veneer grabbed him and fell backwards to get him taken down. And we'll be all the way back to the Pioneer 38-yard line, as that handoff to Brabs. Brabs had someone right in his face. He was able to flip it over to Farha, but Farha could not get away from Veneer on the near side. Looked like he might be able to pull through, but Veneer, good arm tackle, able to take him down. That brings up 3rd and a country mile, as that is going to be 20. So 3rd and 20. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Houseman in motion from the right to the left. LaPointe has the snap. 2 receivers coming at him, as that thrown to Javante Holmes, and he's wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage as they were trying to get a screen play. Javante Holmes got right to the line of scrimmage as they sucked the linebackers back towards LaPointe, but the defensive line back towards LaPointe, but the linebackers sniffed that out, and Javante Holmes had no place to go. That will do it for the 3rd, as Pioneer has 4th and 18 coming, as we'll start off the 4th quarter at the end of the 3rd. 49 for Monroe, 14 for Pioneer. We'll be right back. 12 minutes up on the clock, and it's a running clock at this point with a 35-point differential, as the clock will not stop on incomplete passes or first downs. This fourth quarter, depending on how things go, might go fairly quick. Pioneer, you would assume, would kick it away, 4th and 18, as Brabs is back to punt. Two people back deep, as Brody back deep on the near side, right around the 35-yard line. Yant, who ran back a kickoff, is back deep on the far side, and now everyone Pioneer calls a timeout just to get things set up, as they saw how Monroe was set up, and with the two backs deep to return it, Pioneer wants to rethink their strategy here. Now Pioneer heads out onto the field. Brabs standing back at his own 30-yard line, tip of the ball at the 40-yard line of Pioneer. 4th and 18 for Pioneer. Now they still have two back. Brody to the near side, and to the far side is Yant, right about the 35-yard line. Gunners wide to left and right. Here comes the punt. High punt that goes out the near side, and that'll find its way into the student section. So that goes out right about the 45-yard line. Pioneer able to get that. $11:30 and counting up on the clock as we are getting ready for a Monroe possession. The Monroe fans across the way have their cell phone lights out, trying to wave over to the Pioneer students. The Pioneer students may be a little despondent. Couple cell phones flashing back on the other way. But with the score as it is, the Pioneer students might not be quite as involved watching the field. And snap, that handoff going up the middle. Crashing forward was Hawkins. Hawkins gets out to the 38-yard line, as that is going to bring up 2nd and 2 for Monroe. So gain of 8 on 1st down, as Newton is the quarterback of note now for, that is a 12, not 17, right? I believe that is a 12. I believe that's Newton. Handoff again. Coming to the far side is Hawkins. Hawkins trying to crash through. Meets heavy resistance. Gets right to the marker. As that was Houston McCoy on the tackle, but just enough for a 1st down. That brings up 1st and 10 from the 35 for Monroe. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Pistol formation. Handoff. Hawkins going up the middle. Hawkins will have a gain of 6 down to the 29-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 4. Bowling leading the tackles for Ann Arbor for Pioneer. Two receivers left, one to the right. Shotgun formation for Newton. Moves Hawkins to his left. And ball on the ground. Hawkins dives on it, as he'll end up losing a yard back to the 29 or 31-yard line, excuse me. Helps if you add the numbers going this way on the field. That is going to make it 3rd and 6 for Monroe. 8:46 and counting here. Again, running clock situation, 49-14. Monroe with the lead. If Pioneer was able to cut into this lead, we would go back to standard clock operation. Two receivers to the left. One wide to the right. That grabbed, handoff again. Nope, faking the handoff is Newton, taken down in the backfield. He will lose yards all the way back to the 36-yard line. That will bring up 4th and 11. Is Pioneer able to crash through the line? Newton faked the handoff to Hawkins and then able to crash through. They're actually going to mark it back to the 37-yard line. So 4th and 12. Offense stays on the field as they have gone on 4th down several times in this game. It's a handoff and grab taken down. That will be a turnover on downs. Pioneer will have it at the 35-yard line. I believe that was Vanessa on the tackle.
Pioneer will take over on down. Bert Hausman led the tackle.
Excuse me, Hausman on the tackle. So turnover on downs. Pioneer has it 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 7:22 and counting here in the 4th as running clock situation. The student section is thinned out a little bit, but we do have a good group of fans over. LaPointe rolls to the right. LaPointe looking downfield, and now he's taken down. LaPointe taken down by Vanier as LaPointe rolled to the left and was looking downfield, kept his eyes downfield, but could not find an open receiver. And ball back to the 31-yard line, 2nd and 14 for Pioneer. Grabs wide to the left. 3 receivers wide to the right. Hausman widest among them. Farha in the slot. Just inside of him is Burghardt. LaPointe in shotgun formation, takes it. LaPointe rolling to the right. LaPointe still looking now. LaPointe will just go out of bounds right around the 30-yard line. That will bring up 3rd and 15. As they're putting LaPointe in motion, trying to get him more time away from the blitz, trying to give him time to find someone downfield. The only problem with that is when you roll right or left, you take away about half of the field at that point. Unless you have a super strong arm that you can whip it like East Hope could get it the other way, but it's a super rare thing in college football, let alone high school. But it does buy you more time. Empty backfield, 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right. Well, LaPointe, the only one in the backfield. LaPointe quickly throws out to the far side. That's Hausman. Hausman trying to move his way forward. Hausman gets some room out to the 50, down to the 40. Hausman trying to come to the near side. He's taken down right at the 36-yard line. Kurt Hausman gets the first down. And that a throw back over to the far left-hand side, right at the line of scrimmage. Hausman made a couple people miss and got some good blocking upfield to get that first down. 5:11 left to go here in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. That down and fumbled snap as LaPointe gets tackled right at the 41-yard line. That is going to bring up 2nd and 15 for Pioneer. There's been trouble with the snap a couple times this game as cold weather probably taking its toll. It's not something we've had a lot of. I mean, not that 50 degrees is all that cold, but that wind going, you can feel that with your hands. LaPointe quickly over to the near side, over to Hausman. Hausman has some blockers coming up. Hausman trying to make some moves up the middle, gets past the 30. He'll spill forward right to the marker down at the 26-yard line, and that is going to be a first down. Pioneer 1st and 10. And down from the 26-yard line. Hausman with 2 big catches to get first downs. The senior making himself felt here. LaPointe looks to the left, rolls to the left. LaPointe, pressure coming, throws all the way down, and that is intercepted. Sisney comes the other direction, trying to find Brabs. Sisney all the way out to the 40 and out. He'll get knocked out of bounds right about the 41-yard line. as that will go over to Monroe, as LaPointe again was rolling to his left and tried to throw, as I believe Brabs was cutting over to the right, and that a tough throw to make, and it hung just a little bit in the air, and Sisney able to grab it and make Pioneer pay. Clock continues to count down. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the fourth. 49-14. Monroe with the lead. They have 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. I believe this is the most we've been able to score at home, though, for the varsity team. 2 receivers left to the right, pistol formation. That grabbed, handoff. Coming up the middle is Hawkins. Hawkins will get down to the 40 or the 36-yard line. Gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. So Pioneers' 2 biggest scores, 42 points, their win versus Skyline. That was on the road. They had 20 points at Lincoln in a loss. That was on the road. Otherwise, if I have the schedule right in front of me. Otherwise, I don't believe other home games. The most they had scored was 7 points versus Dexter. So this doubles the amount of touchdowns the fans have been able to see here at Hollway Field. Timeout called by Pioneer. That actually does stop the clock at 2:29. 2nd and 7 for the Trojans. As Trojans getting last moment instructions. Well, your Red Wings are up 1-0 on the Canadiens at 2:33 in the third. Hoping for a big year from the Red Wings, and they have Ann Arbor native Andrew Kopp with the team. He was the Skyline quarterback before playing at Michigan. Pioneer jumped on the defensive line, able to get back, handoff over to Frank on the far side. Frank crashing through. Lee able to push him out of bounds, but let's see where they mark that ball. Looks like it's going to be at the 43-yard line. That is going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Trojans. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. Newton takes it. Newton trying to call his own number. 3rd and 7, excuse me. That's going to be 4th down. Forgive me, I thought the marker was further. So that was 3rd and 7. That brings up 4th and 7. Well, now they moved the first down markers over on the other side. I thought it was 4th and 2. They must have thought it was a first down because they moved it back. It's 4th down now. It looks like 4th and 1. Timeout called by Pioneer. 1 minute, 29 seconds left to go. Pioneer looking to try and get this ball back. Maybe try and get one more touchdown, as a lot of the Pioneer fans have seen enough. The student section now making their way to the exits. Again, wearing purple, and Pioneer, a number of the players wearing purple. I believe that should be for breast cancer awareness, a horrible disease that hopefully we will someday find a cure to, and it has taken far too many loved ones. Cancer in general. As the cheerleader is continuing to try and pump this up, we do want to again mention all the wonderful seniors: Kirk Hausman, Jacoby Holmes, Jeremiah Lee, Mike Jennings, Javante Holmes, Kaylee Karsh, Samuel Benasso, Cullen Wellman, Dylan Fowler, Liam Rohrer, Nicholas Pace, and Ilan Barenfeld, as well as Will Kim, all the seniors. Now Monroe runs up to the line of scrimmage, trying to catch Pioneer, as they will hand it off up the middle. 1st down and more. Spilling forward is Frank, as it takes a group to bring him down at the bottom of the pile. Trying to see, that was Al-Kakani on the initial tackle, but Frank gets the 1st down all the way back. That is going to be out to the 33-yard line.
Alcapani makes the tackle for Pioneer.
1 minute and counting here, 49-14. Monroe with the lead. Next game for Pioneer will be at Pinckney on the 29th. JV football plays here on that Thursday beforehand. Or not the 29th, excuse me. The 21st over at Pinckney is the varsity game. That's 7 o'clock at Pinckney. Again, 6:30 the day before. That will be on the 20th will be the junior varsity game. So that is a penalty. I believe that's an illegal substitution penalty. That will back them up 5 yards.
Penalty on Monroe, 5-yarders, down remains the same.
35 seconds left to go. Monroe, we'll see if they just run it up the middle. Hand off to Hawkins. Hawkins has some room. Hawkins trying to make the final seconds a score. He gets taken down over on the far sideline as he ran all the way out to the 4-yard line. Rab's able to stop him before the touchdown. 12 seconds, 10 seconds left. Pioneer hoping to keep Monroe out of the end zone. That is going to be a personal foul on Monroe. That is going to back them up 15 yards, and I believe that should be the end of the game. So that will do it. Pioneer makes their most points of a home game this final game of the year, but Monroe prevails 49-14. Again, catch Pioneer varsity football next, the 21st at Pinckney, as they try and take on the Pirates, who, as of at least earlier today, had a single win. Pioneer will try and go out on with a win. For my camera person, Mike Butler, my name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you for watching and cheering for these players. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We'll be back with, I believe, field hockey on Monday. Have a great weekend, everyone.